So the other day I was reading this scripture, and the scripture was on forgiveness. And the story goes, there was a guy who owed the king money, a lot of money, like millions of dollars. And the king brought him before him and was like, it's time to pay up. Where's the money? The guy was very, you know, sad and pleading for mercy because he didn't have the money. Well, the king was merciful and was like, okay, I forgive you, blah, 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 go ahead on. Well, the guy, shortly after, saw someone who owed him a lot less money. And he did the exact opposite. Like he showed no mercy to this guy. He did the most. And someone saw it, went back and told the king what they saw. The king brought him back before him and was like, what happened? Like, you came before me and I was merciful. Why didn't you show the same mercy toward this guy? And, he had no answer for it. And so the king dealt with him. And all of this came from a disciple asking Jesus, well, how often should we forgive? Like, how many times should we forgive our brother? And he was like, 7 times. And Jesus was like, no, not 7 times, 7 plus. There is 7 plus, whatever. Like, there is no number to forgiveness. And I know that's not how, we think, but there is no number to forgiveness. There's boundaries, of course, but there's no number to forgiveness. And I think our mix-up is that we think there is a number, and that we have conditional forgiveness and situational forgiveness, where we forgive who we want and we forgive dependent on the situation, and it's just not laid out that way. Forgiveness is forgiveness, and we have this, mental assent forgiveness, where I know that it's right to do, so I'm going to say I did it. We do it in word, but not so much in deed, because there is now this mentality of, I forgive you, but stay away from me, And of course, like I said, there are boundaries, and there are things that people do. I'm talking about things like the story, you owe me, or there was something that you did, or there are situations where the extent of unforgiveness that we have is not just, especially because we ourselves need mercy. And so we have this unjust attitude toward other people about what they've done, when we ourselves need mercy, and we just don't show that same mercy toward others. Our attitude is now, I forgive you, but, and that's just Jesus. We're not forgiven that way. We're not.